My name is Steve Glenn. I'm 51 years old. I am an American flying for Federal Express out of Guangzhou, China. I live in Hong Kong in Discovery Bay on Lantau Island. I have a wife and 4 children. Last summer, I began to feel weak and was having a joint pain, and I could not sleep at night. I was having night sweats and fever, and I went to the doctor and they said I was anemic, and they recommended a colonoscopy. And so at the age of 50, I had my first colonoscopy, which is the recommended age to have your first one. The doctors found a 7-centimeter tumor in my colon and recommended surgery. I was in the USA when I had my surgery, and with the permission of my doctor there, I came back to Hong Kong and found this place to get my chemotherapy. Unfortunately, I have a friend who has been through chemotherapy here in Hong Kong for a different type of cancer, and her doctor recommended this clinic. I had a consultation with another oncologist in town, and he recommended that I go to the hospital for my treatments. So I would actually check into the hospital for 3 days and then would go home, and I didn't want to do that. And here I can get the treatments and go home that day and just take the treatment infuser with me so that I didn't have to stay in the hospital. It's much better. Staff here is wonderful, very pleasant and competent and very professional, and no problems at all. I really enjoy it here as much as possible. I mean, the treatment is hard on my body, but the people here make it much easier just with their help. Of course, Dr. J is a very, very good doctor. He's very competent and very knowledgeable. His English is superb. He has trained some in the U.S., and so he's very easy to talk to for me, and very competent individual, and very calming. You know, it's very traumatic to find out you have this disease, and so he is a very calming person and makes me feel very optimistic. And then, of course, head nurse Tracy is wonderful. She has helped me so many times through this process, like today. She is really good. And then Betty, Catherine, and Mandy are the 3 nurses that take care of me now, and they're wonderful people. We had trouble with my port in the beginning. It's supposed to be able to pull blood out and put medicine in, and it would not let us draw blood. And Tracy worked a long time to diagnose the problem. We ended up having to go to get an X-ray just to make sure that the line did not have a kink in it or something like that. But they were very professional and managed to fix the problem without too much trouble. The day they wanted to check my port, they said, well, you're going to need an X-ray, a chest X-ray. Oh man, well, when can we do that? And he said, well, we'll do it right now. So we went downstairs. I sat for 5 minutes. This guy came and got me, took my chest X-ray. I came back here, waited an hour. They call with the results. How nice is that, you know? So you can get it all done here.
咁我記得阿 Stephen 啱啱嚟我哋中心做治療嘅時候咧，都有啲忐忑同埋有啲擔心嘅，因為佢都懷疑過香港嘅醫療水平究竟可唔可以同美國睇齊咧咁我記得佢後尾仲同我講話，其實佢靜雞雞比較過香港嘅療程同美國嘅，佢發覺竟然係一模一樣，佢都覺得好驚訝。最初咧，佢因為要選擇口服化療加針藥化療定係全針藥化療咧，都做唔到一個決定。咁經過醫生詳細嘅解釋之後咧，佢最後都係選擇咗全針藥化療，加埋佢做咗一個中心靜脈嘅導管，同埋用咗呢個輸液瓶咧，令到佢唔需要入院做化療，可以好舒服咁樣喺屋企度度過呢啲治療。咁喺治療期間呢，因為一啲嘅副作用，例如血小板低啊，都令到佢有啲擔心。咁經過我哋一啲嘅營養嘅指導同埋藥物劑量嘅調節之後呢，令到佢就可以順利完成呢個治療啦。今日佢就完成晒佢嘅化療啦，我都戥佢好開心，希望佢可以盡快投入工作，身體健康，繼續享受美麗嘅藍天。
I started walking. You know, the minimum I do now is I walk 1 hour a day out on Lantau Island. And I can do that with my infuser. I wear my infuser in a pouch, and I will walk 1 hour a day. If I'm not walking, I swim 1 mile, which is about an hour. I lift weights. I go hiking in the hills, the beautiful hills, in Lantau and Victoria Peak, but every day I do some kind of exercise, and it's helped so much. I think it helps a lot of the side effects be reduced in chemotherapy, and it makes me feel so much better. And one other thing I do want to mention, and this is not a small thing, when you are here, you can get food from the basement. There's a really nice food court down there. And I talked to a friend of mine who went through chemotherapy in the US. They had a candy machine, like a vending machine. That's all he had. But here you can go down there and have a good lunch while you're doing this. I can't leave, but my wife goes down and gets me food, and so it's just a elevator ride away to a nice food court. That's nice. That helps out a lot.